Hello guys, welcome to my channel, and in my previous session I have explained how to set up an Ansible lab in Amazon Web Services. That's using EC2 instances to set up the lab very quickly and use those lab sessions for practice purpose and setting up the things. Now, in this session, I am going to discuss about a couple of ad hoc commands which will be useful to run Ansible commands to just to have some background information for you. And before going to that, in my previous session, I have added two managed nodes to access this one from control nodes. So that's if you haven't gone through that session, please go through that. If you wanted to know how to set up Ansible labs or hosts using EC2 on our AWS environment uh, very quickly. So the initially when we wanted to check Ansible version, this is the Ansible command which we will be running. So we have the Ansible command, and if you want to check which and all inventory we have available, which is Ansible inventory hyphen y hyphen list, which shows the inventory which is configured and how it is going to use. If you see that there are two hosts, this is the manage node 1, manage node 2 with SSH of host IP. This is the second host IP, and which key it is using, which user it's using for authentication purpose in the background without asking for username and password to automate our tasks. So that's one thing. And if you want to just look which host exactly which host we have, and you can use this command and list hosts. So it shows the number of hosts, how many two hosts we have configured for the clients as to this host file in the inventory, and the host names are this. So, and another one, Ansible config version. If you wanted to check which version it is there, so it's similar to the Ansible version which we have, and executable location is from here. Our Ansible is from here, so that's a difference of versions and Ansible config. And then and those are the major things which we wanted to check, and the about the configuration which we have set up properly or not. And if you want to check if the connectivity is properly configured, you use Ansible-m ping all. This is one of the Ansible ad hoc command. -m is nothing but module which we'll be using, and here we are using ping module to connect to all clients. When it says all, whatever the host it is showing over here, all the host it will be connecting. So if you want to ping only if we have only clients group, so it connects to that clients group, and it will do the ping or the Ansible ad hoc command action. And if you want access check with only one node, you can use that as well over here. So you can see that only one host we can manage. So that's the beauty of Ansible. We can change the configurations on required host or multiple hosts together with a single commands or single playbook or single execution files. So that's about the configuration. We can see that the configuration is proper. Even we are able to connect to that. The connection is working fine. Connectivity is fine to all the clients from our Ansible nodes. And normally, in my previous sessions, I have explained about the documentation in one of the session, how to access the documentation from Ansible official doc. And if you want to check the documentation from your command line, when the Ansible is installed, you can use this Ansible-doc-l command, which shows the similar type of documentation on your screen itself. So you can see that what it is going to do, what and all we have over here, Ansible log, all the commands. If you press spacebar, it shows that Ansible built in like modules, what shell module, setup module, reboot, raw, pip, all those things. It shows here, and you can see here Ansible built in system D and all those things. So this is how we can access the documentation even from our command line. And if I go and just check it out about the documentation, even from official documentation, you'll get the same thing. So that's about the basic information before going to ad hoc command. So now we already checked about a ping command, one of the ping command and ad hoc commands which we are using. And there are a couple of Ansible ad hoc commands which you can use, like a shell module hyphen a on my hyphen m in the sense module, which is a shell, hyphen a in the sense actions. And I wanted to just perform this action on my clients, all clients. So just go, I'm giving all. So which should run on both the managed nodes. So now you can see that using the shell module, I have tried to perform the action to read the host file. And if you see here, this is like manage node one, which is showing my host file entry, and which is this one. And in my other node, it's a KTFM, and two second node, it's showing the host file entry over here. So that's about this Ansible ad hoc commands. So so this is one of the Ansible ad hoc command using shell module, and get the information from our the destination or client nodes. And the next thing, the other command which I wanted to show you is using the command module. Now we use the shell module, and we have something like module command, and the action to get the date on the clients, which we can use all, or I'm just going and getting only one node, which you can see over here, which executes only, oh, sorry. Um, which so sorry. Here, sorry, in this command, I gave wrong host name. So let me take it from here itself and run that. You can see that it gives the time from manage node one, which is this one. And if I wanted to get for all the nodes over here, you can just run as all, and which gives me this both host name, both host dates over here. And there is one more thing. Without module, we can something like directly action we can provide for a couple of commands, which I'm going to get uptime, which will be very useful for us to find the uptime of our clients from here directly. You don't need to log in and get that. So you can just run Ansible hyphen a uptime all, which shows the uptime for this time 22 minutes and then 23 minutes, and which user and the load average, all those things we can get it from here itself. So that's about this one of the Ansible ad hoc command which is used from here. And even you can run like become command as well. Ansible for I will just show you the difference. Action who am I all. So this is EC2 user, which is showing the user which is running, and I'm just using a become, which will be becoming as a root user. So that's how we will use the privilege escalation over here, and we will get the information and get the actions performed over here. And this is a couple of ad hoc commands which will be useful on day-to-day basis if you want to run on a particular client from your controller node or Ansible node. And there is something like you can do it for packages installation as well using this Ansible ad hoc commands, which is so I wanted to install some HTTP package with a privilege escalation on my clients. So this is how we will be using Ansible ad hoc command to execute on all nodes with a single command. So I will just try to install the package over here, HTTP package with this command. Let us see what happens. So you can see here on the node one, it Ansible formats and package manager DNF, which is the latest version. We will have DNF, and which is something like M. from RHEL8 or CentOS 8, which is something called DNF. And results you can see install htop package of this from Amazon packages, and even on other one also it's say. So whenever it says changed, it will say it's already it's installed now. And let me run the similar command one more time on both the hosts. What output we'll be getting? Just I wanted to show you that. So you can see here it says success, results nothing, and there is success message is success over here, RC message 0. So that means Ansible, if the package already available, it's not going to run that installation or again, or if you already have the some packed uh, configuration files exist, it is not going to provide that inform. It's not going to change that information one more time. That's a best thing about the Ansible, where we will be using for configuration management, and where by accidental we are not restarting the service which is already started in the production, all those things. So there are many things which similar way Ansible used, which we discussed in the theory part as idempotency. So this is what I wanted to show you over here, and I can install this package as well, and even you can install some HTTPD packages and all those things. Like you can change the module over here, and for a couple of services you will use service module over here. And if you are using Ubuntu instead of Yum, we will be using app module. And that's about this. And if you want to write some configuration, some data on the client, so just let me. So this is how we could have done that in a previous case, and that's how we can run on all hosts using Ansible ad hoc commands. But this will be like executing those files, commands from Ansible controller node. Sometimes it will be like risky options to use this, because if something wrong over here, that may not execute properly. So it's always better to use Ansible playbook, where we can write some Ansible playbooks and use them with the check options and just change those configuration files over there. So that's some basics about Ansible ad hoc commands, which you can see and run them from Ansible controller node. Just wanted to give some background of that. And if you wanted to just check it out about these commands which I'm executed here, I have created one of my GitHub repository, the public repository, where you can find Scala Tech Fusion, and here you have something like Ansible. So the commands which I used for ad hoc commands, you can just find them over here. And there will be some commands which I have executed, which you can find. And then in the next session, which I'll be explaining about this HTTPD, NGINX playbooks, sample playbooks, which is very simple to explain about this Ansible playbook format. And this is something like which I have set up my EC2 instances for Ansible configuration. So something like in this, I have copied the ansible.pem file, and host file, I added these two entries on Ansible controller node, and then host Ansible host inventory file, I have added those inventory details over here, and that's how the configuration completed. And this is the EC2 instance which I have set up in my previous lab for Ansible controller node. And this is a managed node which I used user data to run the script for automated configuration over here. So these are the things which I have set up till now over here, and I hope this is informative for you. I will in the next session I will just explain about Ansible playbooks, to how to use some of the Ansible playbooks with simple playbooks, and then I will just try to give some more information if it is possible. If you have any queries related to this session about Ansible ad hoc commands, please do let me know in the comment section. I will try to explain you as much as possible on those queries. And I hope this is informative for you. And see you in my next session. Please like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.